Ooh-wee, man. What's going on, Bino Kings and Queens? Hey, when you think, I think for the team, he said. What's really going on? Blessings to everybody. Everybody. What a great day. I had a great morning. My day has been blessed. Hey, Sarah. Hey, Sarah. Hey, Nola girl. What's going on, Queen? You doing all right, sugar? Yeah, I had a great day. My morning started out great. Well, it started out rough, and then as I went to work out, it got a little better. Had to get in the groove. The old girl wasn't feeling it this morning, but I had to get in the groove. I never feel it. Already, Miss Nola, already. So I got in the groove and went and worked out for a little bit. But just in case you wonder, half my video got cut because of the fact that I wasn't getting no connection. Connection kept on going bad. I'm like, I don't know why I wasn't on a Wi-Fi. I was on my own data. So I don't know what was going on with that, but hey, that's life. I know, huh, Sarah? I know. Yeah, you saw me. Yeah, I spoke to you, but I think you might have been gone by then, Sister Nola. You might have been gone by then. But I'm so glad they fixed StreamYard. I had been complaining about, I can't stand the StreamYard. They screwed it up. But I'm so glad somebody went in there and fixed it where you can transfer your lives over back and forth. Yeah, girl, I'm trying to get in it, girl. I'm trying to get in it. I done start picking up them little weights now. Little free weights. I'm gonna start trying to work on them little free weights now, trying to get my little muscles in my back and in my little stomach. I got a little bit. I lost a lot of belly. I'm down to 190.6. That's what my scale said. Thank you. No, thank you. Yeah, I'm getting all down. Let me put my what's the name up before I get started here. And man, and cancer is a serious thing. Let me tell you. My cousin passed us cancer. My cousin called me this morning from California. Now my cousin from Arkansas called me because she couldn't contact my cousin from California, which was the sister. And I didn't have the sister phone number. I only talked to her about Facebook. We always kept on Facebook on Messenger and stuff like that. But yeah, she passed away of cancer. So cancer is a real truly thing. And I think my aunt had cancer, and I might start doing the walk. I know I'm going. Yeah, I might start doing the Susan Coleman walk to support the women of cancer. I might start doing that. Yeah, it's gonna probably be one of my good things I might start doing. Yeah, thank you, Nola. Yeah, and she was a young girl too. Thank you, Sarah. She probably about let's see, I'm in my 50s, so she probably in her 40, about 45, somewhere along in there. Young woman, beautiful woman, young woman. She looked just straight like an Indian. I wish I had pictures to show it to you. I mean, just straight like an Indian. I'm like, girl, she didn't change nothing. Her genes didn't change down the lines. I don't know why. I don't know why her genes didn't change down the line, but her genes didn't change because she looked straight up like an Indian. And I'm like, dang, yeah. But let me get started. Yeah, I got my wine. Woo! Forget you, Sarah. Tell me, call me a sleepyhead, whatever. Sabrina still getting it in. She getting it in. She sure is. Let's see here. Oh, cash money. Oh, cash out. My bad. Cash money. Oh, cash money. Something else. Thank you, Miss Nola. Yeah, man. And then my cousin said he was talking about going to Arkansas to visit his mom grave site. I'm gonna miss that. I'm gonna pass that by. I ain't gonna stand on that. I'm gonna pass that up. I sure am. Let's get started on Cash Out, y'all. You wonder how can a fella get his mom so involved? Check it out.
Alleged sex trafficking enterprise involving Atlanta rapper Cash Out. Bank statements were revealed today in court. And Channel 2 investigative reporter Ashley Lincoln is live in the newsroom. Ashley, you found out more about those actual transactions.
Ellen, the bank statements revealed a number of transactions on the adult site back page. The investigator testified he found it unusual to see multiple large deposits of money back to back at a single bank.
What were those deposit amounts?
500, 500, 900, 600, 600.
Prosecutors laid out a money trail for jurors.
3 check card purchases at Backpage.com.
Alleging Atlanta rapper Cash Out, whose given name is John Gibson, and his mother, Linda Smith, had an enterprise profiting from prostitution.
For this Cash App account, what's the display name?
Linda Smith, Mama Cash.
An investigator shared his findings from bank statements connected to at least 4 different bank accounts spanning from 2013 to 2022. Gibson, his mother, and cousin, Tyrone Taylor, are accused of forcing women into sex trafficking. Over the 5 weeks of this trial, jurors heard harrowing accounts from alleged victims. Bank statements show rent payments were made to locations where some of the alleged trafficking took place. The defense argued against presenting those documents and maintains Gibson didn't force women into sex trafficking.
My concern, obviously, and my objection on the record would be that these are hearsay, that they're simply allegations, they're pleadings, and they're not final judgments. So for those reasons, Your Honor, I would object to these documents.
Okay.
It's relevant.
There's some little punks. Little punks. When I say little punks, how you gonna, man, now, these are but some rappers. Nothing but some rappers. Do you think I'm gonna let a rapper pay me a few dollars? Huh? Yeah, you're right, Sarah. A few dollars. Cash out. We're gonna see who we tell you remind you who Cash Out is. But do you think I would let him traffic me for a few dollars? 600? No, 900, 600. That wasn't no money for no rapper, but guess what? We ain't heard nothing from him in a long time. I mean, a long time. Dude been out of the source for a minute. He been in on the backside, on the back there, doing the wrong things. Check it out. Dang.
Good morning today, Your Honor.
Good morning.
I want to start out by thanking you for giving us a fair trial. I want to thank the jurors for the amount of time that they put in to judge this trial. This time being on this trial, I was able to see how the jurors are put in a tough position to, you know, sit there and judge someone's life, you know. And, you know, it's a hard decision, and I felt like they made the wrong judgment. I've done things in my life. I'm not perfect. But the things I've been accused of, I know that I haven't done those things. I know it's typical for a person to come up here and, you know, show remorse to, you know, crimes that they have done, but I can only show remorse to the people that I know that was in this trial, which is Kiara Adams, Deanna Sanders, and Jasmine Brown. Not remorse on behalf of like I did anything to them, because if you know me, and people who really know me know that I wouldn't force anybody to do anything. I met women, I dated women who were doing escort or whatever, however people want to look at it from a moral standpoint, but who was doing these things as a grown woman. I've only dealt with grown women. Nothing was forced. Nothing was coerced or anything of that nature. If you notice, before this trial, no woman can say anything about me before this trial. If you notice, before this indictment, no woman can say anything about me before this indictment. I get the situations that people are put in when they're faced with a certain type of crime or a certain type of time, and they're bullied into this situation to put the blame on someone, or to put the blame on Cash Out, or to put the blame on someone who's at the top. That's why I didn't really fault them for their decision. I didn't fault Deanna Sanders for making her decision during a proffer. She just had a child. Mind you, she was just on video call with me while being incarcerated. I don't fault Kiera Adams for doing the things she did with her proffer, because mind you, she was facing a certain amount of time handling her probation in different cases that she's on. I don't fault people for making accusations, because I'm a man that typically let women leave on their own behalf. Never held them in prison or held them in slavery or said, you can't leave me, or you can't do this. Every woman you've seen come on this stand showed you that they left and came back willingly on their own.
And I thought that they was gonna do him like they did. Well, a lot of people thought they was gonna do him like they did it, but nope, that wasn't the case.
During the course of this trial, the court heard and viewed evidence demonstrating the very worst of human behavior toward other human beings. The jury verdict in this case reflects that the state met its burden in proving beyond a reasonable doubt that the diabolical conduct of the defendants occurred. The sentencing to be meted out by this court will be responsive to that. Mr. John Michael Hakeem Gibson, would you please stand? Okay. On count 1, violation of the Georgia RICO Act, 20 years to serve in confinement to run consecutive with count 10. On count 10, rape, life in confinement. Count 12, aggravated sodomy, life in confinement to run concurrent with count 10. Count 22, trafficking a person for sexual servitude, 20 years to serve in confinement to run consecutive with count 1. Count 23, trafficking a person for sexual servitude, 20 years to serve in confinement to run consecutive with count 22. Count 24, on the lesser included offense of battery, 12 months to serve in confinement to run concurrent with count 10. Count 25, possession of a firearm during the commission of a felony, 5 years to serve in confinement to run consecutive with count 23. Count 26, pimping, 12 months to serve in confinement to run concurrent with count 10. Count 27, pandering, 12 months to serve in confinement to run concurrent with count 10. Count 28, keeping a place of prostitution, 12 months to serve in confinement to run concurrent with count 10. Count 29, willful obstruction of a law enforcement officer. 12 months to serve in confinement to run concurrent with count 10. Count 30, simple battery, merges into count 24, battery. Count 45, possession of prohibited items by an inmate. 5 years to serve in confinement to run consecutive with count 25. Conditions of this sentence: no contact with any of the victims named in the indictment, to include Diamond Urban or their families. You are to register as a sex offender. You are to stay away from 737 Alfred Road in Atlanta. You are to stay away from the Mezzo condominium, 2171 Peachtree. You are to stay away from the St. George's Commons address, and you are to stay away from the Fulton Industrial Boulevard corridor. All right, you may be seated.
Let me say this. That fool need to be up under the jailhouse for real. He is a menace to society. But my thing is this right here. This is my thing. And just look on me. They weak. Excuse me. They weak. How are you gonna try to make somebody do something? You're a rapper. You're a broke ass rapper. You are a failure rapper. You are a failure rapper. A failure rapper, and you want to hinder somebody up and make them do some things that they don't want to do and beat on them. See, this is what I thought they was gonna do to Diddy, see. But they didn't do Diddy like that. They just gave him basically a slap on the doggone hand. That's just me saying. I don't know. I'm just saying. But they just gave Diddy a slap on the hand. I thought they gonna hit him with the ooh-wee, ooh-wee. But they ain't hit him with the ooh-wee. They just hit him with the ooh and left out the wee. You know what I'm saying? And here go little Cash Money who ain't got no money. He was pimping. The mama said pimping. He was trafficking. He was beating on them women. He had firearms. He had all the Uggs you wanted. You know what I'm saying? They gave this fool life, and then they gonna turn around and tell this fool he got to register. Ma'am, why is he gonna register and he gonna be in jail, in prison for life? That means he will never get out of prison. So why would he register? And you're gonna tell him to stay off this certain 6 streets in Atlanta, but he would never his feet would never hit the concrete again outside, the pavement outside again once that trial is over, once that trial got over with. He won't get out of no bond. He didn't have that kind of money. He didn't even have a good song. His song was all right. He made a few coins. But it wasn't no one-hitter quitter. Yeah, man. Try to make folks. I mean, what give a man the right try to make a woman sell her body and she don't want to? And then if she's selling her body, give you her motherfucking money. And she need that money. If she didn't need that money, clearly she wouldn't be out there doing what she's doing unless she like doing what she doing. You feel me? So I'm just trying to figure out, and they call the women's names. So I wonder, would it be a civil suit next? But he broke, he and no wonder we hadn't heard nothing from Cash out in a long time. That ninja ain't had no song out in a minute. And you hadn't seen him on no shows or BT Awards, or you hadn't seen this job turkey nowhere. I mean, when I say nowhere. Until I see him on TV, I'm like, where had he been? I forgot who he even was at first. They had remind me with the doggone song. I'm gonna play this song to remind y'all. Yeah, had to remind me with the song. I forgot who he was. I ain't heard from him so long. Then got his cousin being a follower. Got his cousin all tied up in it. You know? And they around there beating up women, trying to make somebody do something that they don't want to do. Sell their bodies. But so you can't make a man do nothing like that. So you can't make a man sell his body. Broke down pimp. Show what it was, a broke down pimp, baby. See, a man can't make a man got them sell his body. Hit him, pow, pow. Make him got them sell his body. A man can't make another man do that. But he can try a man handle a woman, make a woman do that. But what she should have did was when got her some pew pew and a pow pow. And the next time she see him and he do start that BS, come out her purse like a gangster. You hear me? And give him what he needed. Oh, just go when he came back, just go ahead and give him the business. Because hey, you already tired of him doing what he's doing, beating up on you, making you sell your body, and then taking all the money. And then you got the cousin coming around, told Tyrone. Call Tyrone. Yeah, old Tyrone come around, old cousin, old deadbeat cousin. He come around, want to get a little play. Because he ain't got no money. He was a nobody and still a nobody. You know what I'm saying? I don't understand that. I don't. Right, Sarah said exactly right. I don't understand that. And you get 3 women, and those 3 women can come together and come up with something to beat your, you know what I'm talking about? Oh, broke down pimp. Like Miss No said, oh, broke down pimp. Yeah, that is sad. Let's check this out. Hey.
I'd like to say thank you for giving me the opportunity to speak. I'm sorry. I'd like to say thank you for giving me an opportunity to speak. I take accountability. I pray for them continuously. I pray for the district attorney's office.
The things I've been accused of, I know that I haven't done those things. I've only dealt with grown women. Nothing was forced. Nothing was coerced.
John Michael Hakeem Gibson, would you please stand? Okay. On count 1, violation of the Georgia RICO Act, 20 years to serve in confinement to run consecutive with count 10. On count 10, rape, life in confinement to run consecutive with count 1. Count 23.
It was said the mom got 30 years, but they gave him life too. Dang. Oh, Tyrone, that ain't his name, but I just call him Tyrone. He done got himself life. Messing with the cousin. Don't know how. When somebody come by and try to get you in some dirty work, something like that, unaliving somebody and moving the body, this and this and that, don't you get your ass in that car. I don't care how down you are with them and how you're in love with them. You kissed the last ball upon his testicles. Don't you get your ass in that car. Don't you get your ass in that car. I don't want to go. You on your own. I don't want to have nothing to do with none of that. See, it costs you a life in prison for old cousin there. When somebody come around with some nonsense like that, I don't care if it's your cousin, you love him to death, and you know you a down ass nigga, and you a real nigga, and you know you down for your cousin, you know you do anything they ask you to do, you ain't gonna snitch on them. Say, don't you get your ass in that car, I said. You better tell that fool, I'll holler at you later, because I ain't going. I like my freedom out here smelling the roses, as they say, out here in the free world. Don't you get in that car. I know I ain't gonna get in that car. I tell you what, and you tell me on the way there what's gonna go on, you better believe you better let me out at the light, because I'm gonna have to get the hell about this car. That's right. That's right. Everybody welcome. That's right, Sarah. Yeah, Sarah. I'm not getting that damn car. Drop me off at the nearest bus stop, or the nearest red light, the nearest stop sign, the nearest handicap stop, or whatever. You can drop me off, because I ain't going. I ain't gonna be able to go. Nah, don't be no fool, y'all. Don't be no fool for your cousins, your uncles, your dad, even your damn daddy, your sisters, your sons, your daughters. In this case right here, the son. Don't y'all get y'all ass in them damn cars. Tell them you ain't going. And you gonna call the police. Well, it's up to you, call the police, but tell them you ain't going. Ooh.
The rapper Cash Out and his mom and his cousin have all been found guilty of RICO and Gretsch trafficking. And before y'all ask me who is Cash Out, this is who he is. Was in a ride with a girl named Nina. Was riding with Nina, now I'm riding with Keisha. But she twerk. Now, Cash Out, whose real name is John Michael Hakeem Gibson, was sentenced to life for the rape charge. He received an additional 70 years, and that was for all of his other charges like the sodomy, the trafficking, the RICO charge, the prostitution. They were basically saying that he was running a trafficking and prostitution ring using his notoriety and his fame to do so. He also has to register as a Gretsch offender, and there are going to be certain areas that he is not allowed to travel to, which, I mean, he has life plus 70 years, so he'll probably only be going out to get on transport. But they did also sentence his mom. His mother, Linda Smith, who called herself Mama Cash Out, was sentenced to 20 years for the RICO count, 10 years for the trafficking. She cannot have any victim contact. She cannot go to any of the locations tied to the crime, and she also must register as a Gretsch offender. Now, his cousin Tyrone Taylor received life for the rape and the aggravated sodomy, but he also received an additional 60 years, and that is for drug possession, false imprisonment, and the RICO charges. Now, before taking this to trial, he was offered 25 years, and he turned it down, saying that he wanted to have his day in court. After being found guilty, his attorney, Mr. Matthews, from the YSL trial, asked could they do 30 years due to the fact that they had already suggested 25 years as a sentence. The judge said, hell no, this was some of the most inhumane stuff they had ever heard, and because of that, he was getting life plus those extra years. Y'all, as soon as more information comes out about this, I will let you know, but he's headed to jail for a long time.
So they offered a cousin 25 years. The cousin said, nah, I won't take the trial. Fool, why would you take it to trial? There is no way in heck I would have taken that to trial. I wouldn't have done it. I would say, hey, I'm going to take these 25 years. That way I have a way of still living and have a way of getting out and still see at an old age a little sunlight and put my feet on ground. I would have took them 25 years. Knowing that you are knowing that you are dirty, you know that you did what you did, and you're gonna just go do something like that, and you on a trial, man, you was dumb, bro. You was dumb. Damn, you was dumb. You was dumb. Man, you had 25 years, man, and you could have left, and then you gonna have your attorney go back with 30. Nah, you're gonna do the whole life. Same. Again, do not get in those cars, y'all. People going to do stuff like this. Stay out them cars. They don't go do all that rigmarole by themselves. Man. It costs you life in prison. Trying to be down. But hey, he was enjoying that money. He was enjoying that lifestyle right along with Cash Out. He was doing the same things. Yeah, he thought it was sweet. I can't stand you, Sarah. Yeah, he thought it was sweet, Sarah. Sure did, sister girl. Yes, ma'am. Yes, sister. Yes, yes, queen. He thought it was sweet, baby. He sure did. He sure did. I'm gonna go do a jury. You fool. You should have did that 25. 25. Got out there 25 and still was able to go outside and still be able to see your family and smell the roses. You might have been old. You might have been old in your 50s, 60s. That's still young. Shit. But still, man, he wasn't thinking. His lawyer wasn't thinking. Maybe he was telling his lawyer what to say and telling his lawyer this and this and that. And, ain't no telling. But he should took them 25 years and then try and go back with 30. Oh, no, partner. Just now. You gonna eat that 25 up. You gonna eat that life up just like old cash out. Gonna eat that life up right along with you. Man, so that's sad. And then his mom. I don't feel sorry for his mom. His mom is a woman. His mom is a woman. And she participated in these women to get trafficking. And these women to get beat up, drugged out. She is a woman and she knew better. I don't know what she was thinking about. The money? The money ain't nothing. They weren't making no money like that right there. But by her being a woman and seeing these other ladies in this predicament, and you going along with this shenanigans with your son, she could have said, stop anytime. I don't want to do it no more. I'm done. Or was it too late? She could have bagged out. He could have kept doing what he was doing. Son, I'm a bad guy. You know what I'm saying? I this ain't right. I'm a woman. I'll be ashamed myself, and ain't nothing good gonna happen, you know what I'm saying? And I'm allowing this to happen to these women. Y'all put y'all hand on these women, and then her now she might be putting her hand on the women. How we know? We don't know. She might have been doing it too. She might have been taking them to locations and dropping them off so they can get pimped out and give him the money. Backpage where them prostitutes be on. Them fast tail girls be on. Yeah. I never been over, but I heard about it. I heard a lot of talk about that Backpage. I sure have. I heard a lot of talk about it. That is sick, Sarah. It's real sick. I heard about that Backpage. I heard it's where all the prostitutes get they hit. They want to hit the quitters from and stuff like that. That's what I heard now. I don't know. Prostitutes that I know, they ain't never said it to me about no Backpage. You know what I'm saying? But I've heard about it before though. I am up with the new stuff. I heard about it, and I heard about the things that they do on that Backpage. And like I said, you going with a cash out. The man supposed to have some money or no well-known rapper, and he giving you $600 and $900. Nigga, where my money at? I need more than that. I need lots more. And my thing is, you gonna hold them hostage, and go make them do what they need to do, and get back in the car with you, and give you their money. They don't go out there and work for. Hear them hostage and beat them up and then threaten them, and ain't no telling what else you probably doing to them. Probably putting cigarette burns on them, kicking them, spitting them. Ain't no telling you putting your hands on them though. But that mama, no, sister. I don't feel no sorry for you at all. Cause you were definitely wrong. You were wrong for that. But now let's check out about Hulk Hogan, y'all. Why does social media got so much talk for him about being a racist, but don't talk like that? And I've seen so many posters in my life, and I got some posters I'm gonna show that where people talk, and we're gonna talk about it, y'all.
They have been talking about breaking news. Hulk Hogan was found dead in his Florida home. Good. Thank you. I hope it was slow and painful. I hope ain't nobody him. We ain't forgot about the phone call. We ain't forgot. I ain't forgot. I don't care if he's an 8-foot tall football player. if we're gonna vote niggers, get the richest one you can get. And your daughter was still out here taking BBC, your wife still taking BBC, and look at you, up there dead. It's dead as a doorknob. Dead as a disco. Talking about just dead. They talking about breaking news. Ain't breaking news, we been waiting on you to die. I ain't got no sympathy for you. I hope you went straight to hell. I'm talking about straight there, not even a pit stop. I hope the Lord just sent you straight down to that motherfucker. Rip your shirt open now, you're gonna need it. Rip it off now. You're gonna need to take it off, because it's hot down there. It's hot as hell up here. So I know it's hot as hell down there. I know it is. That's an R.I.P. May you rest in peace.
Now, me, I don't know what you're talking about. I wasn't hearing no stuff like that about old Hulk Hogan. I wasn't.
Talking about his daughter Brooke, who he accused of sleeping with an African American. I mean, I am a racist to a point. But then when it comes to nice people and whatever, then says, I mean, I'd rather, if she was going to I'd rather have her marry an 8-foot worth $100 million, like a basketball player. Guess we're all
Now, these are his words. Now, I don't know where I was when all this talking about what Hulk Hogan was saying and on social media, and I don't know where the hell I was at. But let's get this straight before I go to the next video. He was racist to some point. They just said it. They just said it. It came out of their mouth. He was racist to some point. So let me break it down to you. And how I got it when they say he was racist to some point. I feel like he was racist toward them hoodlums, the thugs, the dope dealers, the criminals, just say the criminals, the violence of the African American people. He didn't like those kind of people. He liked the ones with money, some self-caring about themselves. You know what I'm saying? Took things in the way that, thugs wouldn't take it, dressed well mannered, the demeanor well on point. You know what I'm saying? He nails clean, looking good, smelling good. He got that money. You know what I'm saying? He growing. When he step out the car, shoes shining about to blind you like he got glasses on his eyes. Now he liked them kind of ninjas. That man just said to some point, right? Right. Now, this next thing I'm going to show you, we'll play and show you, I haven't never heard. And I heard some of it, but I didn't finish hearing it. Check it out. Let's check it out, y'all.
She jump sides on me because I shelled out $2-3 million for her music, and I've been trying to help her. I've done everything, fucking with him day and night on the radio like a jackass, and he's working with me to make it work. He goes out and do the shit and call every day and do the shit I do. The South Beach record, this billionaire guy, has something basically did more for her a year than anybody's done. Okay, he had one song, and after 10 months, the shit went back up and back still. And momentum, but I try to be the realist, and this is your option. You got another option. Said you can decide the fucking. He's gonna put some pot there, but how you go? Right now, there's nothing else. We're doing the best we can. So it gets to the point where I don't know if Brooke was fucking the black guy's son, or they've been hanging out. I caught them holding hands together on the tour. They were getting close. I moved on. I'm giving a fuck, okay? I'm not a double standard type guy. I'm a racist to a point. Yeah. Fucking weird. But then when it comes to nice people, we all are that way. Yeah, but when it comes to nice people, you can't say. I don't give a fuck. She's dirty. I don't care. Fucking hate football. Fucking a basketball player. They have to. If we're gonna talk with vendors, we'll see the rich one. The kid is a multi-billionaire. Right. The thing is, now they start doing these nasty emails, so someone will write a relationship. And so now don't ever want to talk to anybody. No.
Okay, now, how would I know that he would say, even he said he racist to some point? You know, like you said, had somebody, a basketball player with $100 million or whatever, yeah, he down with that. But just somebody broke, ordinary plain Jane, ordinary, let's see, London, ordinary, Ice Cube or Snoop Dogg or something like that. Hell to the no. He don't want nothing to do with those sorts of kind like that right there. I mean, nothing. Those right there those are ninjas, thugs. You know, they ain't about nothing. You know, they ain't gonna never do nothing. You know, they just got a rap career. Rap career probably crummy and such, blah, 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 blah. Just saying what he might think he might be seeing, but stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? That's crazy. Say. But like he said, even he said to a point. Yeah, just like any father would want for his daughter. That's correct. Say for instance, like Trump. Trump racist. Everybody know he don't like nobody. He don't like nobody. Chinaman, black, Ethiopian, Nigerians, anybody. He don't like no damn body. Everybody racist. He racist toward everybody. But people know that already. People already know that. But I'm telling y'all, when they was tying his ass up on social media, let me keep going. It was just terrible.
You see, the Grim Reaper had one job to do. He has one job to do, and that is to relieve this country of all evil. When we asked for the Grim Reaper to take the person that needs to be taken to save our democracy and our country, he came for somebody else. First, it was Ozzy Osbourne. Then it was Jamal Warner, who played in the Huxtables, The Cosby Show, who unalived this week as well. And now this racist piece of shit. But the coincidence to all of this is that Hulk Hogan died on the anniversary of his racist rant scandal, where he called black people the N-word, hard R, exactly 10 years ago, as of the day that he unalived. Do I give a fuck that he passed away? Absolutely not. God does not like ugly. But they always say that death comes in three. So you had Ozzy Osbourne, Jamal Warner, and now this piece of shit, right? We are just waiting. We're waiting for clots and prayers.
Now, wait a minute, Betty Boop. Now, I like me some Ozzy. Now, hold up. Hold it. God dog me, hold it. Oh, I like some Ozzy now. Hold up. That's my boy. Oh, shoot. Yeah, I like Ozzy. No, bag up off of Ozzy now. Leave him out of there. I like some Ozzy. Yeah. Bless his heart. Rest in peace, old Ozzy. I like Ozzy. Shoot, I sure did. Look at some more rant about brother Hogan.
Man, Hulk Hogan. I don't give a what y'all talking about. Hulk Hogan was exposed for being secretly recorded admitting that he was prejudiced. If you think it's go dig deep in the interwebs and see what I'm talking about. Oh, but that's this, man, all that. Let's normalize having the same energy for people when they pass that we had for them while they were here. Because when Hulk Hogan was here, I vividly remember him coming out to some WWE event after this got exposed years later, and they booed him. If I'm not mistaken, this might have been in, I don't know, a few years ago at most. Now I'm checking social media and the whole timeline is, oh, rest in peace to Hulk Hogan, this, that. Y'all was probably on a blog in them comments talking crazy or, stop with him because of the backlash. Everybody's acting like they care, acting like he wasn't what he was. I don't wish bad on nobody, right? And I ain't gonna mock what happened to him because life is very short. But if I was saying Hulk Hogan when he was here, I'm gonna say him when he's gone. Because if I don't like somebody while they're here on earth right now, it ain't gonna be no my condolences, prayers, and all. It ain't gonna be none of that when you go, bro. And some of y'all just gotta respect that shit.
I don't know. They going hard, and I didn't hear all this before he passed away. Now he's passed away. They try to damage his reputation now that he's gone. You know what I'm saying? Why did they try to do that when he was alive? Why didn't they try to go after him when he was still living? You know what I'm saying? Why didn't they I didn't see so much bad things about him when he was alive. Why didn't I even hear bad things about him when he was alive? I didn't hear no bad things about Hulk Hogan. Sarah, have you ever? Would you hear anything about Hulk Hogan on WWE and all that? I wasn't hearing nothing bad about Hulk Hogan. Everybody's keeping a hush hush. I wonder why. They thought they were gonna come over there. What's going on, Shay? My brother, how you doing, King? They thought Hulk Hogan gonna pull his shirt, come over there, and gonna whoop their butt. You know, like tear up out that shirt. You know what I'm saying? I thought he's a cool old dude. Yeah, it seemed like it, huh? So I mean, hey, but yeah, people got bad things said about my brother. And then his daughter, you know, some people, some white people, I'm gonna say it just like that, won't they kind of stay with the white people. They ain't got nothing against the blacks. They ain't got nothing against the blacks, don't get me wrong. But you got those who still believe the whites go with the whites. You understand what I'm saying? Even though it ain't like that no more, but you still got those who believe that. And Hulk Hogan is just one of those men who believe the whites need to stay with the whites and the blacks need to stay with the blacks. It don't mean he got nothing against them, but he just don't want that for his family or in his household or be surrounded and he got to look at a mixed baby. You know what I'm saying? That's just something he don't want. And how can we blame a man don't want that in his household? We can't blame that man for that. Yeah, I know. But they weren't going hard on him like they going hard on him now. I mean, they going in on that brother. I mean, man, they ain't letting up on that brother. I mean, man, I'm like, dang. They got so many bad words with Hope, but I just don't understand it. Let's check this out.
Oh, yeah, there's no question about that. In fact, today, the day that he died, is actually the anniversary of the scandal where he got exposed for saying those racist comments.
Talking about his daughter, Brooke, who he accused of sleeping with an African American. I mean, I am a racist to a point. But then, when it comes to nice people and whatever, then says, I mean, I'd rather, if she was going to, I'd rather have her marry an 8-foot worth $100 million, like a basketball player.
He also helped prevent the Wrestlers Union from being formed, meaning that he was a union buster. His daughter Brooke came out not too long ago and said that she was being verbally and physically abused by both of her parents. On a side note, did anybody watch the reality TV show back in the day? Because that's how I got introduced to the Hulk. And then do y'all remember how he was booed at the WWE Raw premiere on Netflix earlier this year? I do not know who thought it was a good idea to invite him, considering the event happened in Inglewood, California, and this dude was an avid supporter of you-know-who, Orange Man Bad. In short, Hulk Hogan lived a very full life, ruined his reputation in the process, and is likely looking up at us right now.
Man, I don't care what they say. Rest in peace, Hulk Hogan. Forget them. They say what they want to say about you. I like you. Sure, I didn't hear. I was never hearing the things that was said. You know, I overlooked them. I didn't pay them no attention. I don't know why they pay. I went in the loop. What he's supposed to have been saying. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Sure did. Sure did. Sure did. It sure did. Most definitely did. But yeah. I'm gonna play this video then. I'm gonna come back in. I'm gonna give my commentary on it and we're gonna be gone.
Couldn't believe it. Going through Arkansas, I thought it was a joke.
got stopped at the weigh station in Arkansas and was handed a piece of paper, and it says, "Can you read and write English?" I said, "Yes, sir, I sure can." He goes, "Can you read this?" So I read it to myself, and I was like, okay. I started handing it back. He goes, no, read it out loud for me. So I read it out loud for him, and, it was short and sweet, no problem. He goes, "Now, can you write this for me on this paper?" And I did, and there was a whole bunch of people that had already written on it. And I was actually witnessing people in handcuffs that had been pulled in, and I was like, "What's going on?" He goes, "Oh, we've come across now that if you cannot read or write in English, that it's a $5,000 fine, and if you have a company in Arkansas that employs people that can't read or write in English, it's a $10,000 fine paid on the spot. If you cannot pay it, you're automatically arrested and lose your license." What a shocker.
There you heard it. Now, if you've been here on Sunday, we just talked about the truck drivers, the Mexican truck drivers are learning how to speak English and write English. We just talked about that. So if they do that, and it's a lot of drivers who can't speak English, and they got them translators in the car, in the truck, whatever, they can't speak no English. They got them on their phone. So that's going to slow down some of the products that we're going to be getting, coming into the States. It's going to slow down a lot of foods. I mean, it's going to slow down a whole lot of stuff. A lot of stuff going to get slowed down. Now, Trump, boy, I tell you, little orange duck, he's something else. Boy, he coming with some stuff out of his pockets. He is not playing about this immigrants and this migration. He is on his job. I mean, this man is going crazy. I mean, I just played, on Sunday about how these women complain about how their food stamps got cut down to $38 and stuff. But see, what happened was they was not getting noticed. This was not getting noticed about the Section 8 and food stamps. This was not getting noticed until the young girls started coming online. Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, bragging to their friends and this and that, and people start noticing it and start looking and start watching what's going on, and y'all know they got social workers and stuff on. They be online like they human like everybody else. They be online like everybody else. They might not know you, but they seeing something like they come down their timeline probably more than once, 2 or 3 times. I have. You see what I'm saying? They on Section 8. But let me just get this understanding before I get ready to go. Everybody who get food stamps, I'm going to take up for y'all. The ones who work, they go by your income. But the ones who work show they statements and they going by your income, I don't think that you need to be bothered. Section 8, the ones who got income but just need a little help to help them on their way, I don't think they need to be bothered at all. Because they got income, showing they got income, they're working, it's steady job. They going out and making something of themselves. So why cut they food stamps or why cut they Section 8? But the ones just sitting around here kicking it, ha and he and bragging and shizness and things like that, put them halves to work. Make them go to work, do something with themselves. They got too much time. And on Sunday, the girl said she was having these babies just for the benefits. Now her kids getting old. Well, duh. Then you think they're going to get old? And do you not think your time to stop the having kids is going to stop? And as sooner or later, those benefits are going to stop and you're going to get up off your butt and go to work, do something, make a burger patty or flip some chicken or some fries or making sausage and rice or something. putting a jalapeno pepper in a box or something. Getting the strawberry soda or something. But you're going to have to go to work. But the ones that's working, got their income and showing their income, monthly income, and got their statements and bank statements and check stubs and income tax paperwork, stuff like that. I think they should be left alone. I'm sorry. I don't think that they should be held accountable for nothing but just what they've been doing. They've been straight up by showing their information. Why mess with them? Why mess with them? Hey, but I know we all got to eat. You know what I'm saying? When I was growing up, we didn't hear nothing about no food stamps and Section 8 when I was growing up. What was that? I didn't know nothing about that. We didn't know nothing about that. My friends, they didn't know nothing about that. Because our moms then went to work. But we didn't never ask our friends how they was making it in their household because we didn't care. They was making it how they was making it. It didn't matter to us, but still, I didn't hear about that when I was growing up. Back in the 80s and the 70s. I didn't hear about that. I'm sure they probably had it. Maybe they did. But I didn't know. I didn't grow up. I didn't know. And they went in our household. Like I said, some of my friends might have had it. But I didn't know because I didn't question they status of their household, they finance, because I was young. I didn't get in the grown folks' business. I stayed where the little girl's supposed to stay, in the little girl's place. That's where I stayed at. Most definitely. Hey, Toya, how you doing? Sweetie, you doing all right? Good to see you, girl. Good to see you. But yeah, but anyway, today in Dallas it was like close to 100. So like I say, get your small cooler, some ice, some water, put off on there for your postman, your delivery service come through there. Don't forget, the postmans do not have any AC in their automobile. They are hot, they get thirsty, and you will drink your water up fast. The water will go fast. Yeah. I'm glad you're feeling better, baby. Good to see you. Good to see you. So be nice and be kind. Maybe put a little peanut butter crackers out there, something like that. The heat draws your energy away. Make your day hydrated, draw your energy away. And we know that, postmans have been passing out of heat strokes and things like that, and not coming back to the earth, to life. So, put some water out there for them. Be a little generous. Think about them just a little bit. You know what I'm talking about? But anyway, y'all know I'm out over here. I'll be back on Thursday. I'm out over here. How the hell